Let's go live to the Australian's aviation rider, Robyn Ironside. Robyn, let's first of all look at what the pilot did there. Spent a number of hours in the air and burning the fuel, but then, as Brent rightly pointed out, a wonderful landing in a tough situation.
Absolutely. You wouldn't imagine what it was like on board for the two passengers, with the landing gear not able to be working and the plane circling for hours and hours. The flight radar details show that it took off from Newcastle at about 8:30 and it didn't touch down again till almost 12:30, so that was almost 4 hours in the air. They spent a lot of that time circling, then headed out over the water before coming back in to make that flawless final landing.
Yeah, it really was, wasn't it? And who operates the aircraft, Robyn?
Eastern Air Services is a charter company that's based at Port Macquarie. They describe themselves as a family-owned operation that's all about safety, and clearly they have got some excellent, experienced pilots on hand. So a very good outcome for not only the operator but the pilot as well.
Indeed, and we're waiting to hear from the police. You can see from those images there, the crews, both military and civilian, were on standby in the event of the worst, but thankfully we saw the best case scenario with that, as you rightly pointed, Robyn, a flawless landing by that skilled pilot. So what happens from here in a situation like this?
Well, normally the Australian Transport Safety Bureau would consider whether they should conduct an investigation into the incident. They might send investigators to the scene to check over the aircraft to understand what mechanically went wrong with the plane, why it wasn't able to put down the landing gear. And we expect that we will hear from them in the next couple of hours as well. Interestingly, that particular aircraft had another 4 sectors scheduled to fly today. They were planning to go to Lord Howe Island, to the Gold Coast, as well as Port Macquarie. So you can only imagine that would have meant the fuel tank was full. That's why it took so long to burn off that fuel before making that landing.
Indeed. So the pilot looked pretty cool. I think for the passengers, maybe a stiff drink or two might be in order for this afternoon after the relief of landing safely. Robyn Ironside from the Australian, thank you very much. Appreciate your analysis.
Pleasure.